Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, this is chapter 2 for those who haven't studied chapter 2. Some of you, because I think most of the class have studied chapter 2. So, here we have this before reading. We have this exercise. I hope that you can check and see these words, okay, to classify them into male noun, female noun, and gender neutral nouns. Okay, then we will move. Here we don't, this exercise I marked it with cross. We don't need to read or to check. Okay, the reading here is about when to use female nouns. When we use, for example, actress and comedian, these nouns, okay, here it's not, we are not talking about the grammatical use of these words, or we are not talking grammatically, but we are talking about to minimize the potential for reader to draw conclusions you don't want to avoid misunderstanding. Sometimes the hearer or the listener or the reader understand the message that the writer or the speaker they didn't want to convey. So here we are talking about what? About to avoid misunderstanding and not to convey a bad message to the listener or the hearer or the reader. Okay, so how to use these? When to use, for example, female noun, and when to use male noun, or when we can use a neutral one for both. Other languages have more feminine noun. Not only in English we have feminine noun, but as we have in our Arabic language, our native language, we have feminine noun. And also in Spanish, for example, male lawyer is an abogada, while female lawyer in Spanish is abogada, while in male is abogado and female is abogada. Also in Hebrew, the verb is different when we talk about female. For example, ra'ata, when we talk about male, so ra'a. Okay? In Old English, there were so many female nouns. For example, teacher, teacheress, soldieress, minstress, but they are now abandoned. They don't use them. They use neutral noun for both male and female. Okay. Here we have paired nouns are okay. When we have, for example, word for a word or a term used for male and the term used for female, so it's okay. For example, prince, princess, duke, duchess, okay, a bot, a bess. So it's okay to use these nouns when we have one for male, one for female. Okay, some gender neutral nouns such as flight attendant have become standard. Now, these days there is mostly use, or the preferred use is the gender neutral nouns. For example, flight attendant, police officer, male carrier. So these are become noun in the daily use of the language, and they are okay because they refer to male and female at the same time. The problem arises when a noun exists to call out only one sex. For example, we have author, we have doctor. They are male nouns, okay, or masculine nouns used to address male, okay. But when we talk about feminine, so how we can refer to these? How we can to refer to them when we talk about female? So we should not use, for example, write actress or doctress, because here this, as I mark it here in yellow, the market term suggests some difference in status and may imply lower standard or achievement. Okay, so here refer to what de-evaluation. When we say, for example, we have 10 authors and 1 author, so here a kind of de-evaluation. The same thing when we talk about female doctor, when we write, for example, female doctor. So here, a kind of the de-evaluation, and we are not going to do the same thing when we talk about male. So we are not going to say male doctor, but we say doctor. So we can use this word for both, or this as a neutral noun for both male and female. Okay, here I think we have talked about the most important point. Still, we have here in this paragraph, when we don't know is it okay or not okay to use a neutral noun, or to use, for example, female noun or male. This is depend on the audience, how the people use, okay? How the people accept the use of the word that we are going to use orally or in written. Okay, so here we have to go back to the audience, okay, to the society convention, how they accept the word, it's acceptable or not. Okay, this is a short summary about this. I mean, we have talked about